Welcome back to another day here on the Winter's Lorcana channel. Today, we're playing something a little silly. I'll admit, it's probably silly. I haven't actually tried it yet. 23 uninkables. it's gonna be rough. This is a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Night deck. So, we are definitely playing Snow White fair-hearted. 5-drop uninkable 3/5, but quests for 3, so probably gonna end up being one of our win conditions. This character gains resist 1 for each other night character you have in play, which means if I have 2 Snow Whites, they'll each have resist 1 because it's other knights. And then of course, all of our dwarf characters minus Doc. Well, one of the Docs are all night characters. I'm also running Cinderella, who isn't able to shift in this version, but it does let us sing some songs. That is an option. That's why I'm pointing it out. We are running Little Cinderella. You could run Big Cinderella to shift out, and then you would have an additional knight in the deck. What would you take out? I'm not entirely sure. We are running the other Snow White, who will make all of our dwarf characters just a little cheaper to get into play. She does in fact work with all of the knight variants of the dwarfs, which is great. Dwarfs? Dwarves? I think there's a proper way that Disney has said that these guys, I think it's dwarfs with an F. So there's kind of a song shell in here as well. So that's, you know, hence the Cinderella, the Ariels, Prince Naveen, and then just a bunch of songs. Additionally, just to try it, because I think the card could be good, I just don't know if it's good, we're gonna run Rapunzel's Tower. It's a 2-drop, and it costs 1 to move a character here, and it has 8 willpower. That's huge. 1 and 8 are fantastic numbers that you want to see on a location, but this does give our characters +3 willpower while here. So that's just going to work to help keep our dwarves alive a lot longer, ideally. Plus, works really well with Rapunzel, right? The bigger butts these things have, the more damage they can hold, the more we can draw from Rapunzel. So that should be pretty good. But let's jump in and see if Snow White and her 7 dwarves can actually win a few games. All right, here we go. Let's see. I do have a Snow White, which is fantastic. I don't like that it's uninkable. The big thing that I would really want, especially seeing 2 Let the Storms, is I would really like to see a Cinderella. But I don't actually see one here. All right, let's put 1 back. I do like that we kind of have a curve. Oh, well, this dock will let us skip into Cinderella. Perhaps just those 2. No Cinderella. Okay, no Cinderella. Oh, we got the other dock. When you play this character, you may discard. Okay, so we're gonna probably end up playing this guy, and we just won't use his ability. Well, let's start by getting some dwarves down. Hoo. Snow White and the 7 dwarves. Okay, Poopsicle. Not bad. Oh, that's a fantastic card as well. Ooh, I want to play them all. I'm not gonna be able to. Ink's looking like it might be difficult. Well, let's go ahead and quest. And we will pass the turn, because there's nothing else I can do. Alright, reduced cost on our dwarves is fantastic. Ooh, the uninkables. I did say there was a lot of uninkables in the deck. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and ink you. We will play you. You do come at a... No, we won't do it, but you do come at a discount. Too bad I can't afford anything else. Let's just quest. Alright. Opponent's gonna let us do some stuff. We're gonna take advantage of it. We're gonna quest. Alright, are we gonna see some ramp from the opponent? We are. But will they actually use it? They activated it. Hey, they used it! Look at that. Well, this isn't good. Where's all my ink? I need some ink. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, let's just play another one. At least I'll be able to play all my dwarves. I just won't be able to get to this Snow White. And yeah, quest. The only downside is all of the night dwarves are kind of low questers versus the amber dwarves. Those guys have some fantastic questing. Oh, a swords? Well, that's super unfortunate for me. Okay. uncool. Man, this is obnoxious. I don't like this at all. Where's all my ink, man? You know what? I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna discard my hand. This no ink thing is obnoxious. Oh, but I also want to play you and put all my characters there. Alright, well, let's just quest. And we will pass the turn. Carpet bag. Okay. Finally, a character. Something for us to hit. Something to bully. Well, it's a character, but I need ink. I want to play both. I can't afford to play both. And I can't sing this. I don't have a character who can do it. So we'd have to just play it. I do want to get rid of Chicha. It's too much value. So we're just going to go ahead and activate this. Let's just get rid of it. Ooh, okay, okay. And yes, I will quest. Rapunzel's gonna be huge here. Rapunzel's gonna be huge. Okay, Hades is fine. Opponent is out of cards. That doesn't quite deal with the Hades, but it's pretty stinking close. Alright, let's drop you down. We got a heal for 2. Oh yeah, that's nice. And I got a perfect ink card. Go ahead and play you. Can't quite do anything with you yet, but not bad. Alright, and we will pass turn. Oh, Tamatoa. I do not likey. Alright, I need another piece of damage. Alright, well, Naveen's not bad. I do get to just send it off for free. I don't know though, if I do throw it, it's 5 damage here. And then they're gonna crack the popsicle and then they can quest and get popsicle back. And it's being healed up as it's going. I don't know if I like it. Let's move both of my characters. Can't really see it. The name covers them up, but they do have increased willpower. So both will survive an attack from either, but neither would survive an attack from both. Alright, let's quest. And we will quest. I think we gotta let Tamatoa do its thing. And then, unfortunately my characters are so weak, I can't even attack and get in there. Do I just commit a Naveen anyway? Just so it has questing power? Well, let's wait a turn. There's a Pete. Yeah, that's problematic. Okay. That's gonna stop us from playing Zeus. Oh, and there's the challenge. This would have been a great time. I can't do both anyway. Let's see, when you play this character, chosen knight character gets challenger 2. So I could swing for 3, but I can't sing this song because of Pete. So I'm not finishing off Tamatoa. Instead, does that mean I'm questing? And do I just play this Sneezy again for just questing power? Potentially, let's see, it's 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna get up to 14, 15. And assuming these survive, I have to have Prince Naveen down. It's the only way to, like, kind of force. I'm gonna say no, because even if it allows me to, I know you're not allowed to do that, and I don't want to break. I don't want to break how the game's actually meant to be played. Alright, let's move you here. And I do have to quest. It's the only way I'm threatening victory. Rapunzel's Tower doing some work though. Look at that. We got such big butts that they would have to give up questing. Just to, yeah. And then it's only big enough to take down Doc? Okay. Don't count him out though. I can't play that. I can't play that. Alright, they have to draw removal for Sneezy, but watch them draw another Hades. But otherwise, Sneezy's just gonna win the game. If they don't draw removal, we just win with Sneezy, right? They are attacking. Ooh. Questing for 5. It's not enough. Alright, we're getting there. What a very awkward opening hand. That was a lot of uninkables. Thanks to Doc, though, we were actually able to get rid of an uninkable hand and get into being back into this game. Yeah, that was super awkward. Alright, now we're just gonna quest. Super awkward, but we managed to get there. When you play these gimmicky decks, gimmicky things will happen. Okay. Well, if we're learning from the mistakes of our last game, it's pretty much the uninkables just all have to go. There's just so many in this deck. Oh, look at that, yeah. I mean, great cards, but uninkable. Oh. Sorry, bear. Bear necessities, not gonna work. Alright. Amethyst. There's a Snow White. I could go get more songs. And I really want the Rapunzel's Tower for all my dwarves. Sorry, Ariel. But I think I really just want to get both of these Snow Whites down. Ooh, there's another great card. Oh, that's nice too. If I get both of these down. What's Grumpy doing? While one of your knight characters is at a location, that character gains resist too. Okay, well that's also fantastic. Because we do have a location. Alright, I guess one of those go, but having double dopies would be just fantastic. Alright, so we can play this Snow White, and then we can play one of these characters. I think we're gonna go dopey first. And we will pass. Snow Whites are not going to pretty much ever quest unless there's a imminent threat to their lives, or they would win the game. Alright, so now we can play Grumpy. Oh, so it has to go the other way. It's when you play this character if you have another knight, not when you play another knight. Okay. I'm learning. Alright, we're going to want to play a location. Can't move my characters there, but... And then he just works with knights, right? While one of your knights is at a location. Yeah, so these two can get the resist 2 and the toughness boost. And I think we should move them. We should move as many of these things as we can. Yeah, if I give myself resist, I won't be able to draw in cards. So let's ink this. Feels wrong, but... Let's move you there. Let's move you there. Let's move you there. And let's move you there. And we're looking at 5, 6, 7. Let's just all challenge that Queen's Castle, because that's actually a problem. And we got such big butts on these guys now. The magic broom's not really an issue. Alright, and we will pass the turn. Let's see if they can fall into a swords. Let's see if I can get an ink for a swords. Alright, nothing too crazy. Opponent hasn't been playing any characters, which is weird. Ooh, we're just getting we're getting slaughtered with this uninkable thing. Definitely should retool this deck. Too much uninkable, but yeah, I mean you gotta. It's all the Snow Whites and Dwarves. You gotta have them. All right, let's see. Do I even bother taking it out, or am I just questing? I think I'm just questing here. Yeah, they can't even do damage to these things. Well, if that's the case, let's get rid of the broom. That way they at least don't have a bounce target in case they got mims. It's not like my characters are going to take any damage thanks to Grumpy's ability. And pass. We're getting a little lucky here that this particular deck doesn't have board wipes. Otherwise, this would be problematic. There we go. Ooh, another... Wait a minute, am I gonna get resist 4? I think I would get resist 4. These don't actually say what they have. Oh, or is this it? Is that... Oh no, that's just the number that they came down with. Resist 2. Oh, there it is. Yeah, resist 2. So if I play... I mean, if I play you... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna play it. I know I could have inked it. Now I'm just curious, though. Resist 4! My goodness! That's fantastic. Alright. We can afford it. Let's move you to the location. Resist 4! That's freaking awesome. I like that. I hope you guys are watching this and thinking, alright, I'm seeing some things. Want to do some experimentation. Dwarves and the location, especially this Rapunzel's tower, is pretty awesome. Alright, let's just quest out. And then we will pass the turn. Yeah, this Rapunzel's tower is sweet. The only thing that'd make it better is if it had at least one lore pip on it. It's got no lore, so on its own it doesn't do anything. And we're kind of weak to a board wipe. Thank goodness there's no Be Prepareds. But we'd be great against Steel right now. What, another Queen's Castle, huh? Alright, I think we're playing Prince Naveen. Probably gonna free sing the whole new world. Gonna give my opponent a lot of stuff here. Really would like to get the Snow White down, but it's just not gonna happen. Look at all those uninkables, my goodness. Well, this doc does quest for 2, but he's not a knight. Oh, that'd be an insane bodyguard. Alright, let's ink you. Let's play you. Oh, look at that! The characters collapse now. There must have been an update. Oh, I like it. Hopefully they're watching my videos and hearing me complain about stuff. I think we attack the Queen's Castle. Or do we just quest? I think we're just questing. Yeah, let's just quest. That's super cool, though. The collapsing of the characters is a dead giveaway that they are, in fact, updating it. And you know what? I can still play this guy. You know why? Because he's free thanks to my 2 Snow Whites. I can't afford to move him. I'm gonna see if it lets me, though. Cannot afford to play. Okay. Yeah. That's what it should say. Alright, now we just win on the questing. Opponent's gonna need some removal. They're not gonna be able to defeat Sleepy with just Dolores here. It's a 3-3, is it not? Oh, we're frozen. Of course we're frozen. Alright, we'll give it a second to unfreeze. Oh no. Okay, we're not gonna be able to finish this game. Whenever this pops up, the game's over. Because it can never recover. So, let's see, what would happen? They have 9... I'll just push wait. They got 9... There could be some removal. How much do I... Prince Naveen and Cinderella are likely to survive. That's 3 right there. Gets me to 15. All of the resist on the dwarves, they're very likely to survive. And they each go for 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, we probably don't immediately win on our next turn. But I think we don't lose this game. I think this game is very solidly ours. Too bad. There's too much going on. It can't handle all the information, so it forces the thing to crash, which sucks. But don't worry, guys. We are going to be back on actual Pixelborn real soon. As I'm recording this video, it's Tuesday, so I should be at like 99% collection by the end of the day when the rest of my stuff shows up, and then I'll have, or sorry, 95%, and then I'll be at 98% by the end of tomorrow, as I'm just waiting for packages to arrive. But let's jump into the next game. Wait. Ha! Ha! I've never seen it recover. I've never seen it recover. Wow. Well, they didn't defeat my character, so I think we just win. I'm just blown away. I've never seen it actually recover. It's never done it for me. Alright, well, let's just quest. Because I think we just win. I think they actually had to defeat all my characters to not lose. Alright, yep. Too bad questing's a little slow. I wish it was like Pixelborn, hover over quest. Oh, instead of all the way to this side of the screen, all the way back up to the top side of the screen, all the way back to the left side of the screen. Alright. And here it is. Wow, it actually recovered. That is shocking. Alright, let's play against something I think I should lose against. Wow. Uninkable. That's a great card though. Uninkable. Let's keep the great card. I mean, they're all great cards, but this is a deck we should not beat. Alright, let's start by inking one of these. I feel like it'll be wildly useless. Let's get a character down. Let's pass the turn. That too is great. Makes us resistant to the Sisus. Unfortunately, this dies to a Sisu. I don't want to ink on my dwarves. We'll get rid of you. I will play you. And we will pass. I do expect to see a Sisu here. Chicha. Okay, not a Sisu. And a Gaston. Gaston's a little bit more problematic. Alright, first let's play you. And we need to ink. Let's ink you. That means I can play you. And I will play you. Discard and draw. No, I want the bare necessities. And pass. Possible I should have quested just to get the Gaston trade. Because otherwise I'm going to be in a stalemate with Gaston. Visions of the future. They took a Maui. They didn't actually have to show me. It doesn't say reveal. I did see a Maui though. That is a Maui. Okay. Will you actually do anything at this point? I don't think so. Can't play both of my dwarves if I play this. Unless I sing it. Well, I guess I could quest here actually. Let's do that. Let's start here. I don't think my opponent has anything. It's a Maui and... oh, it's a Flaversham. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, not bad. That'll take care of the Chicha. So now if I quest here... I can play you. And at this point, I think we're just questing out, right? We're gonna... well, maybe not with these two. There's really no way for us to defeat Maui straight away. Alright, here's the question. Do they play Maui and try to take out both of my characters? Or do they play Flaversham and draw some cards? It's Flaversham! Okay. There's no chance that we beat this deck. And there's the Sisu we were worried about. There's a trade. Next up is a Maui. Bodyguard's not bad. Protects me from Maui a little bit. And it's free to play. Yes, we will bodyguard, and we'll just go ahead and quest with everything else. May as well take advantage of this while we got it. While we have the protection. Could see Sisu trade for Happy, which I think is probably fine. Better than them playing Big Sisu. Big Sisu would be absolutely devastating here. Please don't draw Big Sisu. If it's Big Sisu, we just lose the game. And it doesn't even matter when they draw Big Sisu. Because they can just afford to play it. Alright, here comes the Maui then. They'll take out Sleepy. Flaversham! Oh, they are digging for Big Sisu. AI knows it. Wow, they're just going off. They're getting all the card draw. What a recovery. Alright, I just need to win. No way we should beat this deck. They have Be Prepared and they have Sisus. And nothing I could possibly have will save us. Alright, so here's the thing, right? Something takes out Sleepy. It doesn't really matter. Maui takes out Doc. And then Sisu trades here. That leaves me with 3 characters. Which would otherwise have me winning. But then they could send the other 2 down. Possibly even Ink can have another Maui. So, if that's the case, let's try to play it safe here. And see if after our opponent's relentless assault we'll have enough to secure victory. Again, be prepared, big Sisu. There's lots of ways where we just automatically lose this game. And my opponent right now has a lot of card draw. And by a lot, it's at least 2 more cards. Oh, AIs either taking time to think or we're frozen. Well, nope, we're frozen again. Man, my games are getting too crazy for this software. I really appreciate it to test out decks and to practice sequencing, but I am getting real tired of it for videos. It's not the smoothest thing. All right, I will see if we can't get this one back working. Last time worked for some reason. Let's see if we can't do it again. Hey, and we are back. Card draw, Sisu, Maui. The unexpected Sisu, that might do it. Alright, is it gonna be enough? Oh, and they didn't. Oh, it's gonna be enough. It shouldn't be, but it's enough. I can't play you. Never mind. I'll play you anyway. I can't play you. I don't have enough ink. Alright, I'm definitely sensing a big issue with our ink. Alright, should not have won that. In fact, opponent could have played it in such a way where they didn't just automatically lose right there. Yeah. Yeah, should not have won that game. Don't take that with a grain of salt. Alright, I'm gonna try again. I've loaded up another deck we should just absolutely just get wrecked by. Okay, let's put you back. Lot of uninkables, or, lot of inkables. Absolutely fantastic. Let's send back the whole new world. Oh, I was hoping for Cinderella. Cinderella would have been fantastic. Alright, well, we're gonna ink. I guess we're starting with the most expensive stuff. Pass the turn. I want to keep my removal. This is the deck we should definitely lose to. It's hyper aggro. But knowing that it's aggro, can we actually overcome it? It's looking really bad. Hey, that's a fantastic card. That'll keep us in the game. You are a great card. Let's ink you. You have damage built into you, which I think is going to actually end up being really irrelevant. And no, I want to keep my hand, thank you. Curse Merfolks has to be challenged, yes. Challenged for us to discard, so we just won't challenge them. If I can help it. Definitely playing Ariel next turn. Yeah, we're going to be setting up for a pretty devastating grab your sword. Okay, sorry, Dopey. I will play you. I mean, it doesn't make sense to not take it, so I'll take it. Do I attack? I think so, actually. I will discard that whole new world. Just to keep the opponent slowed down. It's actually a fantastic card to have picked up, allowing us to get some attacks in. Nope, nope. That was dumb. AI would never... Real person would never have done that. That was stupid. They should be at 12. Let's keep a calculation. They should be at 12. We are going to sing the swords. Blue just has to be banished. It doesn't matter if it's a challenge or not. But we will get rid of it. Make sure it's off the board. And then let's play another Ariel. Try to get some more... Well, we got a Bare Necessities, which will do absolutely nothing. So that's a fantastic ink. And then we will pass the turn. Alright, they're at 14. Keep that in mind. They're at 14. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, we're gonna do it this way because I want the card draw. That's great ink right there. Love it. Let's get you off the board. Let's quest. Let's play a Grumpy. And we'll play the location even though I can't utilize it right this second. Grumpy in the location, actually really good. I'm excited about that. Alright, we can actually take care of that. Let's go ahead and we're gonna sing. Doesn't really matter with who, right? We're gonna sing. Get rid of the daisy. And then we can move all of our characters. Not that it's super relevant, but it just means they have more opportunities to attack opponents' characters. Alright, and then we will quest. Remember, opponent's at 16. In fact, we would be down a card right now. Well, they would balance out. We would have spent this to get rid of Pegasus. And then we would actually only be at 3 because one of our characters would not have quest then. So we're really at 3 and they're really at 16. And this isn't in our hand. Alright, well, let's just play you and move you. And then we will quest. And quest. And quest and quest and quest. Questing's still a bit slow, but you know, it is what it is. We're on 2x speed here. Pass. Alright, Piglet's not an issue. I don't technically have a way to have defeated it, because this wouldn't be in our hand. I'm trying to keep an accurate log of what the game state should look like, because that Pegasus... I'm very upset that they challenged with Pegasus, because it would never have happened in real life. Alright, we're just gonna play you. Ooh, Prince Naveen. Can I play you? I only got a 1 reduction. No, so I can't play you. Alright, well, let's quest. And quest. And quest and quest and quest. Yeah, okay. It's so slow. It's so slow. And pass the turn. I only got +5, so I mean, we're not even winning next turn either. That's a useless card. Let's go ahead and ink you. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We'll play Prince Naveen. And then we will quest. And then once the questing is done, we'll move Prince Naveen. So far, my big takeaways right now are I'm really liking Grumpy. And Doc definitely has its uses. And then Rapunzel's Tower's pretty awesome. Just the survivability. The only thing that I don't like, of course, is we're really, really weak to board wipes. Especially be prepared. So, I mean, we have bare necessities, but, you know, it's kind of hit and miss with that guy. I haven't done this in a long time, but let's just do a brief post-game wrap. There's a lot of uninkables. 23 of them. What would I get rid of? What did I not like? 2 copies of Avalanche? Maybe 1 at best. At best. Whole New Worlds? I actually didn't like them that much in this deck. We did use 1 once off of the back of Prince Naveen, but it wasn't necessary. I don't know. I think both of those could probably go. My heart wants to increase the number of Grab Your Swords, but you know, so let's take out 2 Avalanche, 2 Whole New Worlds, bring 1 more uninkable in with Grab Your Swords. We're actually 3 uninkables down. We're down to 20. Snow White, not... Who knows? Could still be a great card, but because we were so uninkable, it's so hard to say if this card actually is worth its salt. seems really good on the surface, but couldn't get there with all the uninkables. So let's leave the Snow White alone just for now, right? For testing purposes. Now we've reduced by 3. Doc is still good. There's really not a lot else going on. So it's Prince Naveen's, it's Doc's, Snow White's, and then all of these guys we already talked about. Yeah. Any other changes? I would love to hear from you guys what you would change. But for me right now, the biggest thing was the uninkable. It was just hard to play some of the stuff that we wanted to play. Snow White definitely comes to mind. This is a card I really wanted to play that I found impossible to get on the board because we just were having ink issues. Possibly if there's some way to ramp. I can't think of any ramping in these colors. There probably isn't any. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share the video, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys tomorrow.